Hello, in this series of videos we're looking at the absolute basics of Office 365 and the Microsoft Office suite. This is just my opinion on things that you absolutely must know in order to use the tools effectively, because I see a lot of people really struggling. Now today we're looking at Microsoft Excel. Now Microsoft Excel is a number manipulation program and data manipulation program. It's extremely powerful for small data sets. Okay, you can use massive files with it, but it starts to become unwieldy. It will keep crashing. But if you've got a small amount of data, like less than 1,000 records, it's a brilliant tool, and it's not that hard to learn to use effectively. Let's open it up and have a look. Now, one of the things that I see people struggling with is that there's a lot of stuff that Excel does that they're not using because they haven't spent any time reading the help files and working out how to do more with Excel. So I don't want to do an update. I'm trying to do a demonstration. Right. As I was saying, a lot of people know what they know and they don't bother learning anymore. And you're wasting, and if you're using Excel a fair amount, you're wasting a lot of time. So let's just go through the basics of what Excel does. Now, Excel is extremely powerful, so I'm not going to cover off anything too complicated. So the first reason you might use it is to create, say, a load of data. So you could have name, address, shirt, color, age. I don't know. So we're putting some data just so we can play with it. I think we'll have another column as well. Maybe we'll do some maths. Income. Okay, so that'll do for now. So here's some things. So let me just show you a bit about formatting. So we could put a nice big box around everything. Maybe want a big box around here. Maybe want to put borders around everything. Actually, thinking about it, we'll do that first. And then at the top, we'll put a big box around. You have to put the thin borders on first. There we go. So if we were to print that, you can see what it looks like. Okay. And now again, I press Control P to print. I didn't go pick up the mouse, file, print. No, Control P, really useful shortcut. Now it's only these dotted lines for each page. So let's just make this a bit bigger. There we go, that'll do. Right. So what might we want to do? Let's sum the incoming and outgoing. There's an auto sum button you can press. And you can do the same here. Now again, you can press Control Y. Oh, it doesn't work with this, does it? But you can drag this box over. And if you see here, it's done the same math. So if you double click on the box, you can see what fields it's chosen. So you might want to make it choose less or more. And we do the same here. See that one, it's taken the age as well, which isn't what we want. So what we'll do, we just drag it back. Again, this is just the absolute basics. I'm not covering anything, any real detail here. Now, so we can see it sums that, but that's not actually that useful. What we probably actually want is the average. So if you want to know the average command, I know what it is, but it's average. So see, I've changed this to average. Press enter. Oh, that's because it didn't actually average. Average. Press enter. There you go. And then we obviously want the average of those as well. And then this, currently that's got the sum of the incoming and the outgoings. That's not what we want. We want to do one minus the other. So we're just going to change the formula up here. The brackets can stay, we don't mind. And then again, we're just going to drag this down to repeat the formula there. So this shows that Bob had a remainder of income of £90 and Sue had £114. Say, these are just made up things. I'm just trying to kind of show you how it works. And you can see the average income was 334, the average outgoings were 232. So the average difference between outgoings and incoming was 102. Okay, so maybe we want to put a top and bottom border around that. That didn't work. There you go. So what we could do, maybe we'll take all of this and and again we'll use our commands we used earlier. Control X to cut, and we're going to put this a bit lower down. Control V to paste, and then we can put a thing here, average earnings. Now, one of the things you can do is, say you want to change this because you've misspelled average. If you press, you can click up here, but quicker, press the F2 key, and then you can just change it. Yeah, does that make sense? So then we can print this, Control P again, and we can see there. I don't know why it's not put the border at the top. Top and bottom borders. There you go. Now, say we want to add another line between these two lines. If you click on the 8 here, then you can go Control Shift plus, and that'll insert an extra line. Say we want to add one here, we can do the same thing, Control Shift plus, and it'll add a column. And if you don't want that, you press Control Z to remove it again. Yep. And see that this is automatically updating with the average earnings.